Hello, and congratulations on finding the hidden link. It wasn't hidden that well, but I believe I did a good job. If you guys remember, there was a video that wasn't uploaded between my videos How to Headbang and Now I Have Weird Dreams. Again, I'm sorry about that, but now you're about to see it. It was basically a video about why I didn't like the Hunger Games. It is incredibly outdated. It even has my old outro. That's how old it is. But anyway guys, I really hope you like this new video, this blast from the past. And yes, here it is, why I didn't like the Hunger Games. Enjoy. Hey guys, 3 words to start this first video. Fuck the haters. Alright? So, today's video is going to be about the Hunger Games. I saw it about a month ago, I think it was. I didn't like it. I have to be honest, I didn't like it. At all. This isn't a general hate video. The film was good in some parts, but overall it's just probably the least good film I've ever seen, and therefore it's the worst film I've ever seen, if you understand that. By the way, this vlog does contain spoilers. If you haven't seen the Hunger Games, then just go somewhere else, because I don't think you want to be spoiled, do you? And that's what spoilers were made for. Why did you like the Hunger Games? I hear you ask. It was boring. Alright? It was boring. Nothing really happened that much, and it dragged on for like 2 hours. 2 hours. Alright? It's been described by different websites, various websites, as a sci-fi action drama film. What? It was not. Alright? It was a good drama film, I will say that. There was loads of like dramatic scenes and relationships and tense moments. You know, like you get in like ordinary dramas. However, action, there wasn't really that much action. The only kind of action there was the bit of blood, which was only in like one scene. There were some creatures as well. There was fire, and there was explosions. Not really that much action though. It was badly mixed in with the drama though. That's my main concern about that. You know that scene when the tributes were like rising up into like the dome? I actually turned to my mother and I said, "Finally some action!" That was no action. The scene when it was silent, and you see when it was silent, you didn't exactly see any of them killing him. You just saw one guy going. That's literally all that happened. Also, the film has some of the worst errors I've ever seen. For example, there is a scene in the Hunger Games when Katniss tries to climb up a tree to escape the Alliance. Cato then tries to pursue her by climbing up the tree. He's not a good climber, therefore he starts doing like 2 steps up and then falls back down to the ground. He's probably the biggest of the pack, and therefore he's technically the most heaviest. So why not send someone lighter up? Like that girl. Whatever her name was. The curly haired girl. Also, they lit a fire and there was a tree right there. A tree. A fire. They want to get Katniss down. It's kinda obvious. Also, wouldn't they have noticed that the tracker jack nest was somewhere up in the tree? I mean, it was quite, from what I remember, it was a quite big nest. Therefore, they should have noticed it, and therefore they would have... And the scene when Katniss tries to cut down the tracker jack nest to get rid of the Alliance, that's probably like the biggest flaw of the whole movie. Physics goes completely mental at this point. I'm not making this up. Physics would technically say that if Katniss were to try to cut down a tree downwards, ignore the fact this looks wrong for a second, if you were to cut it down, wouldn't it technically have bent? Therefore, Katniss should have got like 500 tracker jackers in her face, but no, that didn't happen. It fell horizontally. If she were to cut it like upwards, maybe, I can see that working. I imagine that would work. But then again, that didn't happen. It's been called the next Harry Potter and the next Twilight. 2 things. Being the next Twilight, in my opinion, is not a good thing, alright? And there's actually a good thing about the Hunger Games. being in the next Harry Potter, I can actually see it being the next Harry Potter, with one of it being adapted from a book, just like Twilight was, and there were certain like elements that I recognised. For example, there were relationships, there were creatures, there was even like the really jumpy moments, like the scene when Peter and Katniss are like walking around because they think they've heard something, and suddenly, out of nowhere, the wolf comes out and they like run like they've never ran before. That part, admittedly, I'm sure everyone else, that part made me jump. Like, ah! Even before the film was actually adapted as a film, there were some complaints about it. One was basically a rip-off of the Japanese novel Battle Royale, which was also adapted as a movie. I have actually seen Battle Royale, and it's better, alright? It's the kind of film that I'm into. It didn't drag on that far, there was also really dark moments, and you can, well, to be honest, you can see why it was banned. The Battle Royale was good. It had like loads of good character lines, had loads of good plot twists, had loads of blood as well, and loads of suspenseful moments, and loads of moments which made you gasp. It was a good film. Battle Royale was a good film. In fact, if I had to choose between The Hunger Games and Battle Royale, I would choose Battle Royale. All right. I know it's like literally like quite an old film, like a decade ago or something like that, but it still was a good film. Going back to The Hunger Games, one thing I noticed about The Hunger Games is that when I saw the trailer, you know, it had all like 5 stars, 4 stars, fire, Katniss running, sweating, and all this stuff. That trailer was actually better than the actual movie. The Hunger Games was a movie that was worse than the trailer. I mean, the action that you see in the trailer, that's actually like all the action that you see throughout the whole movie, alright? And also, it's been giving like all these terrific reviews, like 5 stars, and like 4 stars, and it's really good, the movie of 2012, blah 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 blah. The movie reviews kind of built me up to this thing where I expected to be blown away. I wasn't blown away, and therefore I hated it. The Hunger Games is actually the first one which I've ever exactly admitted to people that I didn't like. I've never exactly hated like a film previously. I was really looking forward to it, and I really wanted to like it, but I gotta be honest with myself and say that I didn't. My question is for you guys. Have you seen The Hunger Games? Was it good? Was it bad? Why did you like it? Why did you not like it? Just give me your overall opinion on The Hunger Games, please.
Alma pal, come and rate and subscribe. Bitch! Ah, that's really nice, thank you. F*** off!